Tennessee is facing a very dry autumn this year.
Yeah, and News 2's Davis Nolan takes a look at the data and talks to an expert who explains how the drought rose in severity.
As we look at the drought monitor released on Thursday, made from precipitation through this past Tuesday, you can see that every county in Middle Tennessee and South Kentucky is at least under abnormally dry conditions. That's what you see in yellow here. But about 3/4 of Middle Tennessee is under a drought classification, as indicated by all the shades of red and orange. Now, as we compare this week's drought monitor to last week's, you can see that the extreme drought that was pretty small in red for parts of Giles and Lincoln counties expanded into parts of Marshall County, as well as Murray, Bedford, and also further east into parts of Lincoln County. And the darker shade of orange, which is the severe droughts, expanded over into Franklin County. But most of all, the moderate drought, that's the lighter shade, that's extended all the way up into parts of Davidson, Robertson, and Sumner counties, and just about every county east of I-65. So I talked to our state climatologist, Andrew Joyner, about the evolution of the drought this season.
I would classify our drought, especially the one in southern Middle Tennessee, as a triple dip drought. You had very dry, top 10 dry June, top 10, maybe top 5 dry August, and then definitely a top 5 dry October.
Dr. Joyner says that the brief rains from Francine and Helene in Middle Tennessee only masked the overall dryness of the season. So as we head into the winter months and we no longer are in a growing season, I asked Dr. Joyner, besides rainfall, what other factors are involved in updating the drought monitor?
Groundwater levels, stream flow, river levels, those sorts of things become more important indicators during the fall and winter. And of course, we're hoping to recharge our water sources, the dry ponds, the dry creeks. I mentioned groundwater. Those are things that we'll be using that type of information when we make our recommendations going into the late fall and winter.
Now, Dr. Joyner even mentioned the Duck River, how low it is right now, and that mussel shell die-offs in the river were even part of his report to the authors of the drought monitor. So our hope for now is that, as he says, we can recharge this winter.